Alright, hello fun and welcome to a very special one-off episode of Medieval Dynasty, where today I am quite excited because, well, apparently after all the times we've had this game on the channel, and it has been a fair amount, I actually got contacted and given a code for the Echoes of Nature DLC, along with early access to the Plant a Tree update, and I'm quite excited about that. Now, when you guys see this video, it'll be like the day before the update and the DLC do release, and I'm a couple days before that, but it's some I'm really looking forward to checking out because it's diving deeper into a part of Medieval Dynasty that honestly I had never really spent a whole lot of time with in the past until the last time we did play the game with the Oxbow update and the other updates that had come out after that, and that's that I never really spent much time decorating. Every time I've ever played it before, until the most recent series, I've just kind of let my villages be whatever and didn't really put much thought into it. But I of course did spend a fair amount of time in Oxbow trying to make our village look nice. And the Plant a Tree and the Echoes of Nature DLC, there we go, I forgot the name of it for a second there, are basically all about that, adding in a lot more greenery and other items that you can add into your villages to make them look nicer. Now, the Plant a Tree update, which everyone's getting, is literally just that. You can now plant trees, which I really like because it always saddens me when I've had to cut down a tree in the past to make room for something in the village, because, it just ends up with a village that doesn't have a lot of shade and, covering, and I like those sorts of things. It feels a bit more medieval hamlet-y to me. And so now, if you do have to take out those trees, well, you can just plant a new one. It will take time to grow because you are literally planting it as a sapling, and it will grow over time, but nonetheless, you can put those into the world. Now, with the Echoes of Nature DLC, that one's a bit more complicated. It's adding in things like shrubs, decorative shrubs and rocks and little ponds and stuff that you can add into your towns just, to decorate the place and make them look as nice as possible, which is, again, really freaking cool. So we're going to spend a little bit here looking over both those things. Now, we're roughly where I left off in my last series here in our lovely, lovely village with, oh, I've forgotten how wonderful that banner is. I love that Badger and wine cup. So fun. But yes, we have a lovely little village here that I spent some time decorating with things, and now today we're going to try and make it look just a little bit better by taking a gander at what we have in these new updates. Now, first and foremost, just to experiment with things, I'm going to go over here where it's pretty empty, and we're going to plant some trees. Now, first and foremost, we got to talk about saplings. Or seedlings, rather. This is what you're going to have to get to plant trees. And there are two ways of getting the tree ones. The first, which is what I did to get these 3 seedlings, is you cut down trees. I don't know what the actual percentage chance is, but every so often, when you cut down a tree, you'll get yourself a sapling. Now, I don't know this for sure, but I have a feeling that the different trees have different drop rates. Like, I only cut down a couple of birch trees before I got a sapling, or seedling here. It didn't take me very long. It took a little bit longer, though, to get a spruce seedling, and my god, I cut down like 25 trees before I finally got a darn maple seedling. So I don't know this for sure because I haven't tested it and done it over and over again, but just in my experience, it seems to be that the maple's harder to get than, say, the birch. But nonetheless, once you've got them, well, it's pretty easy to plant. You just get out your hammer, and, well, I guess you really don't need the hammer because you just got to go into build mode here, and go into furniture and decorations, and we've got a new natural decorations category here. Well, I guess that did exist before with the trellises, didn't it? But now we've got a lot more stuff in here. And the important things right now for the trees is we've got the spruce, we've got the birch, and we've got the maple trees up here. And what's fun is you can actually choose what kind. Each one is going to have an A, B, C, D, and E model, so you can actually plant a variety of things. I personally actually wish it would kind of randomize it, just whatever. Well, but then again, you know, if you do want a specific tree in a specific spot in your village, it is nice to have this option. But these trees, when planted, are going to be like any other normal tree in the world. You can actually still cut it down and dig it up. So that's why I kind of feel like maybe randomizing would be interesting. But again, yeah, having these 5 types is still pretty cool if you want to get a specific one. And like I said, each category does have its own separate A, B, C, D, E, as you can see here. Which I wish, especially for the maple, since maple trees are a lot bigger, I wish it was a bit more detailed in the image. But, of course, when you do place it down, you are, of course, seeing the model like you would see in any other thing you were going to pop down, which is nice. So we can see that that's, you know, maple A. If we go back in, we got maple B. You can see it's a much taller maple tree there. And onwards to just maple C, and that's a biggin', which again, well, I guess even when it's red there, we can look up so you can see how large of a tree you can get there with that one. Very nice, very cool. I very much do like that. And yeah, just like I said, you can just keep on going with all of these with these different variations here. So if we want to plant each of them, we'll plant a birch tree, you know, right over by the road over here. Here we go. And as you can see, we've got a little thing going there now. Little 3-stick thing holding up a little birch tree seedling. Very nice. All right, so let's get out a spruce one too. And let's get one that's a bit more full. And I'm actually going to put it on the other side of the road, right around, yeah, there. And again, it starts out as this little seedling, and over the years, it will grow. Which is actually another really cool thing about the Echoes of Nature DLC that we're looking at here today, which unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see much of it in just the short amount of time I'm going to have for this video. But nature in general has more variation now as you go through the seasons. And especially with all these new things in the Echoes of Nature DLC, like the various shrubs and bushes will actually change throughout the season until like these wild rose bushes do bloom, etc., which is pretty neat. I quite like that. I think that's a really awesome thing. All right, we're pretty close to a building site there. Let's just plant this final maple tree, which is actually, I was able to get pretty close there. But yeah, that's actually quite nice. I hadn't really played around with this yet, as I haven't done much testing. I kind of wanted to come into this a bit blind to see it how you guys will when you check it out, but we would never have been able to build that market stall this close to that tree, because it would have had overlap. But now that we're in the tree mode, bam! And now we'll have that nice big tree giving a little bit more shade to that market stall there. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. And of course, the trees, just like the bushes, you'll see more variation across the seasons, which is pretty cool. Now, another thing I want to check out right now, until we change seasons, because, well, the other way to get these seedlings, I had mentioned before, there's 2 ways. One is to chop down trees and get these. The other is purchasing them from the correct vendors in the world. Now, of course, since this save file already was in a season with all the stores already set with their stuff, they haven't updated with the things. So I'm going to wait till next season to go and purchase those. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that next season. But another fun thing we can check out this season is a fun little extra that's being added in, and that is the ability to move buildings. Now, before, we only had the build, we had the repair, we had the add insulation, remove insulation, and destroy. But now, we also have move. And it's quite simple. You just kind of go up to a building, hit it, and then bam, you can move it to where you want, and it will just simply move. I'm You know what? Let's cancel that real quick because I'm going to quick save because I don't actually want to move this building because I like its position, but just for demonstration's sake. There we go. Move that like right here. Bam! And it goes pre-built. So you don't gotta worry about, rebuilding the whole thing, which is a fun little feature. So if you do need to readjust your village, you don't gotta destroy buildings, because that's what I did previously. We had built and then destroyed so many buildings in this little village to get everything how we wanted it right, that now you can just move the stuff. And that is awesome. I really like it. I haven't actually tried it on smaller things, but let's try it with this. I assume. Yep, there we go. We got the move on the lantern. And of course, you can always cancel it if you don't want to. But yeah, let's try a decoration. Wonderful. And even with our special weird wooden statue thing. Also movable. Nice. I like that. Let's go back to the quick save, though. I like that one market stall where it is. But yeah, that's just a very fun feature and one that'll make life so much better as you're going on. Because it's inevitable. When you're first building your village, you're always going to have just stuff wherever you can. And then when you're trying to make it a nicer, bigger village down the road, well, you might need to move some things. And yeah, before you'd have to destroy and then rebuild. And that was just... oh, a pain in the butt. Now you can just, move. And it's done. And that is absolutely wonderful. I very, very much do enjoy that. Honestly, I mean, the plant stuff and the trees are all great, but I think the move may be my favorite part. It's just such a convenient feature. Though decorating with all the other things is quite cool too. Now, while we are loading, I probably should talk about the vendors again. The trees, so your birch, maple, etc., well, spruce, are sold by the same person you buy your normal, crop seeds from. All the extra things for the echoes of nature, like these evergreen shrubs or the rose bushes, etc., those are actually purchased by the luxury good vendor. So they are like little luxuries. I mean, yeah, a wild rose bush, that's definitely going to be something cool. Or, a nice little flowering shrub over here. Luxuries. But yeah, you got to go buy those seeds from the luxury vendor. Now, other than that, we do have, of course, these two other new categories of rocks and ponds. Now, the rocks, as you can see here, we've got a flat rock, a tall rock, a wide rock, and a balancing rock, which I think is the coolest just because it's a balancing rock. It looks neat. So if we just build like a little flat rock here, there we go. And as you can see, it just pulls straight from the inventory, so you don't gotta actually worry about building these things at all. You just go straight back in, and we'll build the tall rock next. Boom. And then we've got, oh, I went to entirely the wrong spot there. There we go. Then we got the wide rock. Very nice. Very wide. And then finally, my personal favorite, the balancing rock. Ooh, fancy. Actually, I do really like that one. It's fun. It is very nice. And, of course, just like any other thing you build, you can go and destroy them. Now, sadly, you're not going to get all of the stone back from those. You're just going to get a fraction of it, just like when you destroy a normal building, which is unfortunate, but, I mean, that's already the destruction mechanic in the game. You get what you get. So let's actually put all those stone back in there. Yeah, we got 55 stone back out of all of that, and those took 20, 20, 20, and 50. So we got 55 back from 70, 90, 110. Yeah, half back. That's about right. And then the ponds. Let's actually go place a pond somewhere interesting rather than just over there. You know what? Buy my home. The ponds, however, we've got a rockery pond and a round pond. Let's go for the rockery pond right here, because it's Well, big. Find a good spot to build you. Oh, come on. Where are you not liking? Okay, there we go. I don't know what's keeping it from being... Oh, that's why. It's got a big back end over there. Well, there we go. We got a lovely little pond here now outside of our beautiful home. And has a nice little rocky ledge there. Very, very cool. Now the other one, of course. There we go. A much smaller, flatter pond. We'll go put this, you know what? Over by our rock. Yeah, I don't know if I got enough room back here, actually. Yeah. You know, I kind of actually want to replace... Nah, we couldn't do that. We couldn't replace the Rock of Fertility. But if you wanted to, we could do it with the Balancing Rock. Ooh, where would I want to put this thing? I don't know. So many options. You know what? Yeah, right here. Right here. This is one of the nicer other homes in our village. Yeah, just give them a nice little... Oh, come on. Away from the barrel. Bam. There we go. Now they have a lovely pond right here. You know, from the look of this one, they don't deserve this. You know where this deserves a place? And I should have thought of this from the get-go. In front of our weird statue thing. It's actually quite a nice little rounded pond that is almost like a well. Hadn't placed that one down yet. So yeah, if we like place it in the middle here between our well and weird statue thingy. You know what? Not too bad on the centering. A little bit off, but I can live with that. And look at that! We got ourselves a lovely little pond here. I like it. I like it. And I think this one fits here a lot better than, say, this one would right here. But yeah, you know, other than that, we could add in more of the other rocks into the area to decorate it up a bit, since we don't have any of these shrubs yet. You know what? I know exactly what we should make, considering weird pagan-esque sort of statue. You know, it's already got its own rock there, but yeah, if we put these, like, just in front... And rotate that one a bit. Yeah. Lovely. Beautiful. Of course, I've seen pictures of people using these, and not even just pictures. It was in, I think, the trailer for the DLC. People have been using them along their bridges to add just interesting looking. Where they had supports, they would put them down, especially on like the custom bridges. That's of course pre-built. Let's go over to our custom bridge. So yeah, you could put like a rock like right here. Yeah, right there. It actually does look like it'll phase in. Oh, nope, it's a little bit further away from that, but still, you know, I kind of like that. Now it's a little bit off, but still. So you can use them to decorate things like your bridges, just to give a little bit more pizzazz to things. In other places like yards or in work areas, you could add other stones. Oh, you know what? We got such a large yard over here that it was one of the things when I was decorating this yard, what in the world should I put into it? And, you know, I did what I could. But now, I always hit the wrong darn thing whenever I want to go into decorations. There we go. I'm going to place like a nice flat rock, like maybe... Actually, I don't like any of those. Plus, it's not finding a good spot. Possibly because of you. Take that, stick. And... yeah, still, no, it's not getting enough room. There seems to be a wide berth around this particular rock. It's a bit unfortunate. Nah, I don't like it there. You know what? 2 other yards. Well, you. You actually kind of do like that there. you know, next to your wash basin. Maybe use that to deal with your laundry. Ooh, that could be a thing. And yeah, it's fun new decorative items to add all sorts of things to your world, which I just always like. It's just fun to see these sorts of things. I do especially like this one. Almost use it as plinths to mark areas. Though we, of course, do need to add a balanced rock, I think, to my own home over here. Ooh, or to the tavern. That could be fun. Nah, someone would knock it over in the tavern. Yeah, let's build it over here. You know, much like you being built by that, I'll build it over here. So there we go. Some nice rocky decorations. Yeah. Neat. Honestly, it probably would be better over here somewhere, but nonetheless, we have a balanced rock over by the stables. Horse, it's for you. All right, now, unfortunately, we're still quite, oh man, early in the day. I'd really like to sleep to get to the next season. Can we yet? No, not for like 4 more hours. Oh, God. So, what I'm going to do is 2 things. Even though I know they're not going to have them, let's head on over. Oh, God, of course I get stuck here. There we go. Oh, yeah, okay, back it up, back it up. There we are. Let's try not to get stuck in the dang fence. Oh, wonderful. And just, even though I've already said which vendors they do go to, we'll just head over there. And even though they haven't had them so far, we'll double check to make sure. You know, who knows, maybe a few days into the season they finally got them. For whatever reason. And we'll also try cutting down some trees just to show how much of a bit of a pain it is to get those seedlings. But that being said, I mean, it's still something you will build up over time as you're cutting down trees, especially in the early game. I mean, once you get to the later game, yeah, you're not really cutting down trees much anymore. But in that early game, that's certainly something you'll be getting a decent amount of, I'd say. But if we go to Markoslav here, they are in the crafting tab. And you can see we've only got the farming seedlings in here, sadly. None of the others yet until we update to the next season. Dang. Granted, I'm going to have egg on my face if that doesn't happen. I mean, it should. It should. As, you know, new stuff. Hello. And, of course, our luxury guy. Sadly, no seeds. But it does mean that for at least, like, the normal trees, birch and all that, you can go to any of the others on the map for those as well. So, of course, there is also the farmer that would sell them in Astoya. And I actually think that's it. I don't think there's one in Klonika or Skauki. But here in Oxbow, you would at least have the Astoya one, which is nice. But yes, let's go try cutting down some trees to, hold E. For however long we've played this game, you'd think I'd remember that, but no.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go cut down some trees. I'll go over roughly to where I was experimenting with the maples. You can see the fallen maples in the distance already. I have, become a bit of a natural disaster in this area. Some of them I actually did chop all the way to logs when I was testing, but you only seem, at least for now, I would need to do more testing, but for now, you only actually seem to get the seedlings when you do the cut after it's felled. So that's why you see all these felled trees that haven't been turned into logs yet, because once you get to this point, once it's felled, yep, just feathers and sticks on that one. Unfortunate. To the next birch. And there we go. So yeah, I've cut down the logs and even, of course, dug up the stumps. And the only time I've ever seemed to get saplings is when I actually do the first cut after it's felled. So let's get another birch tree here. And nope, none that time. So you can see that it is a bit of a process. It's one thing, and I don't know if this is the case because I just haven't noticed it yet. I don't think I've been doing it enough time. No seedling there. It would be cool if our wood collectors also collected seedlings, which, oh my god, I never even thought about looking into management since I've been playing the new one. Ignoring all that. We're here for this. No. Aw, dang. That would have been interesting if we could have gotten them in there. But yeah, it would be cool if they could do that, because, yeah, find them yourself is a real pain in the butt. Yet again, no seedling. You can see more downed maple trees in the distance there. I've cut down a lot of trees. Whoop, missed it. Hey, we got a birch sapling. How many did we cut down? 1, 2, 3, 4. Took us what, 5 or 6 there to get a seedling, but we did get it. So let's go home and plant it. So yeah, it takes time. But again, you know, early game when you're the one cutting down everything, you'll get a nice little supply of things, and with also being able to purchase them from, you know, the seed vendors, that's also very nice to have. Because I actually quite like the idea of setting up around a woodcutter's hut. Do something like a fake tree farm. You know, set just like a lot of birch trees or a lot of spruce trees just in a row in like a little grid, just to, you know, make it look like we've got a tree farm going. I think that would be a very interesting thing to actually put together. And with this system, oh, we already planted an E, didn't we? With this system, we have the possibility of doing that. As long as you can plant it down, which it looks like on some angles it doesn't like that. But yeah, as long as you can plant it down, boom, you can pop it down. And technically, as you can see, we can actually dig this up. That's fun. You know, it technically would actually be a real tree farm because you're starting it from the saplings and moving them all the way till when they're grown and then cut down. That is a fun thing that I very much do like. And I think would be a fun project on like the exterior of your town. Especially for my particular village here. I would love to do something like that. Not over by that one because we've got the hops farm over that way. But over by this one, even if it was just a small little tree farm, like right in here, just make some lines of trees behind those houses and then like right up into here too. I think that'd be pretty cool for our woodshed here. Especially considering I have, you know, decorated it with so many other piles of wood. I think that makes sense for a little tree farm there. To make that with your decorations. Just so many options. Oh, God. Oh, no. Ooh, I think that hurt the horse more than me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Are you okay, buddy? Uh-oh. Oh, I think he's stuck. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. He was able to wiggle out. I also think I ran over a child. Well, that happened. Let's go get some water and see if we can go to bed. I think we're still a little bit shy of being able to sleep yet. But yeah, and then we'll go buy the other seeds and check out those other things. Ooh, just almost there. Now, sadly, you know, the update didn't add in anything into interior, exterior decoration, but I mean, it is literally a tree planting update and Echoes of Nature DLC. But still, it would have been interesting to get some more, I don't know, even some more things like this that would have been kind of cool maybe to make with the saplings and such. Dang. But no, we get rocks, we get ponds, we get shrubbery and trees. Which is still fun, and I still do like because it'll add a lot of fun possibilities into how you decorate your villages, especially with the shrubs. The, if we go into here... I don't know which which one would be the best, but they were talking about on, like, you know, probably like ones like these, that you could use them to actually make like a little hedge maze, which would be kind of cool. But sadly, not a thing for us. Granted, it'd be really cool if you could do that with some sort of fencing. Which I'm forgetting where that is now. There we go. I had to go back one more. Oh, nope. There. That's what it was. I knew it. I knew I needed to go in here. Because there was just straight up hedges. There we go. I'm glad I find the thought of the looking at the shrubs made me think, I know there's supposed to be hedges in here, right? There we are. So you can actually make yourself a hedge maze and it functions like a fence. Neat. All right. Well, should be able to sleep now. To the next season. Next season. Didn't want to sleep to another day. That would have been horrible. Next season. Yay, summer. Ugh, I mean, it's so hot. It's just like today, 90 freaking 6 today here. Ugh. Oh, lost in transportation. Oh no, a traveling vendor left his wares in the swamp after he got scared by wolves howling in the woods. Mock him and call him a chicken? Why would I do that? I mean, I don't want to help him with his goods either, but I'm going to click that because it's less horrid. Okay, so yeah, we learned something of value is hidden in the realm somewhere. Cool. Yeah, I'll do that one. Nice. Hey, new chicken. Screw all that, though. To the village. We need to buy things. Pardon me, wife. Oh, yeah, new season horse goes into stable. Ooh, I need to clean up the poo in there. All right. So, let us... You know what? Third person. There we go. A little easier to ride. Yay. All right, so let's head this way. And to Biastovia. To hopefully get ourselves some seeds. Boy, I'm going to be real annoyed if they don't have those seeds yet. I mean... My assumption, because it made sense, since we were already in a season, they already had their wares, and wares don't change until next season. You know, that was my hope as to why we didn't have those seeds in there. And I'm going to have to go find the people, though. Where they live? You're over there. This way. This way. You sell the trees.
Hello there.
Show me your wares. I already see birch. We're good. Oh, thank God. It's only one birch, unfortunately, but hey, we'll take it. We got one maple. So yeah, definitely not selling much of those. Oh, he didn't even have a spruce. Got spruce bark, but you know, like I said, you can always also go, ooh, actually,
Whatever you need, I've got it.
I was thinking of the wrong merchant when I mentioned Astoya, because he, of course, is the merchant with the pickaxe over his head. Huh, he may be the only one you can get those from then. I don't know of anyone else with a pickaxe over their head. But yeah, so it'll be if you're planning on buying the trees, it may take you a while. He's not here yet. All right, but if we go over to Luxury Man. Oh, wait, missed the gate. You're home still? Hey. Look up.
Hey, old friend.
Show me your wares. Look at all of those. Definitely buy all of those. You know, I'm just going to buy everything. There we go. Oh. Oh, whoops. Oh, jeez. I accidentally sold some of them back. Okay. We got plenty of cash. There we go.
Goodbye.
All right, and back home we head. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, so thankfully he did have the seeds we needed. So yeah, you go to... Again, hold E. Hold E. When will you learn this, me? So yeah, two different dealers for those, but One selling the base seeds in very, very limited numbers. And the luxury guy selling the other seeds in actually, I'd say, decent quantity. We actually did get quite a few seeds out of most of those varieties. I was quite happy that the hedge one was, you know, like 30. So you may need to wait a couple of seasons to do exactly what you were wanting, but still, you know, plan ahead, and you got it. Let's head back over this way to here to play around. And even though it's been a season, do these look any taller? Not really. Makes sense, though. Makes sense. So yeah, if we go to these first, build a nice little green shrub. Boom. Shrubbery. And then a little lovely rose bush. Boom. Very nice. Then we also got ourselves in this a yellow flowering bush. Ooh, I like that one. The rose bush is pretty nice too. I do quite like that. And the final one here, the white flowering one. Oh, they're all good. Honestly, I don't know if I'd ever... I'm sure I'd probably find a place for that, but these three are magnificent. I really like those. All right, let's take a look at the next level of them. So these, the evergreens. We got the small evergreen A. Oh, yeah, you can make some fun little pseudo fences with that, placing them along. That'd be fun. Evergreen B. Smaller of a shrub. And then the majestic tree. Oh, my God, hold on. Actually, gotta build that further back. Holy crap. Ah, it's gonna have to grow like a tree, of course. It's the only one that I had. I should have looked more at the tree. Where's me shovel? There it is. There we go. Let's take a look at that again. I should have looked up more. That's a big tree. Dang. I know where I want it. My home, of course. There we go. So we already got that big tree right there. So if we build this one, like over here, yeah. Majestic tree over by the waterfall. Sweet. I mean, it's going to take forever for it to actually grow, but boom. And then, finally, let's take a look at the hedge maze things. I mean, it's just a hedge. You know what? I'm actually going to make them over here. As I like the idea of using them less as a hedge maze, though that would be cool, and more... Yeah, the low one. Let's see how low this is. I kind of like the idea of putting them between these. So yeah, like right there to... Oh, is it going to have to grow, or do I actually have to, like, hammer that? Oh, I actually have to hammer it. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, still got to treat it like a fence. I like that. I like that. I think I'd only put it on the sides, maybe, or maybe even just this back bit here, these back three. Yeah, let's give that a go. Let's see how that looks. I like that, though, very much. It's a little strange you got to hammer in a hedge, but... Boom. 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 And... Wrong way. Let's put you... Yeah, right there. So right there. Neat. Oh, yeah, with our lovely little... paganic statue there with the rocks and our pond. And now we got these. Oh, that looks great. Oh, I love it. And yeah, you still got entrances in here. Very good. Very nice. Now, just out of curiosity, let's build the tall one between these two just to see. Oh, that's real tall. Ooh, you can make some nice fences, though, around your, like, nicer homes with that. Like, I don't think I'd put it as the fence for here, but maybe the fence back there. Replace that with hedge. That might be interesting. But yeah, honestly, I think I'd like the short ones the best, though, because I think you could get a lot more use out of these with as a low fence, like I've already been using for a lot of my properties. I think that would be very cool, and I assume if we destroy, we still get the... We got sticks back. Oh, we actually did get one hedge seed. So, sticks and the very, very rare hedge seed out of it. But yeah, I like the low ones the most, especially for like this one over here where I've got the little trellis going, you know, tracing that with the low hedge would be pretty nice looking. And also maybe even near some of the animal pens might be kind of cool too. Oh, I like these. I like these a lot. I think this is probably my favorite. I mean, the stones are cool and all, and I really do love those, but these hedges are cool. Very nice indeed. And you know what? You know what? You know what? Over here, over here. Near the shrine of the... Oh, God, all the children are near the... Children, you should not be around this area. It's dangerous. You know, maybe... Oh, no, that'll probably delete that rock, the rock, won't it, if I put that there? Oh, no. Never mind. But, like, putting this, like, here... Oh, yeah, nice little greenery into the area. And maybe even, you know, another one right there. Kind of just to add a little bit of a different feel to this entrance and exit. Yeah, too big of bushes, too big of bushes. And it will definitely get rid of the rock if I build this over here. Oh, you know, if I redesign this corner, though, by, like, taking out these things, the rose bush might be a nice addition into this area. But, yeah, I quite like this, the stuff being added in here. It just adds in a whole lot of new fun things to do for decoration, and I'm very happy about that. The tree update on its own is already cool, and like I said, everyone's getting that, so there's no problems there. But yeah, this Echoes of Nature, getting all these cool new shrubs and hedges and other trees, etc. to plant is really fun. And even though we haven't really seen it because we only went from spring to summer, but you know, the idea that there is more variation now, especially in these plants between the seasons, is a really cool thing that I very much do like. And yeah, just oh, and of course the moving buildings thing, friggin' awesome. So yeah, I'd say definitely a fun DLC that I think is worth it. And yeah, a cool addition into the game that's honestly something I thought was missing. Because, you know, there was only so many things to decorate with before, and I actually still do wish there was more. Like, more types of barrels and other storage, more types of other just junk things around. I want more to decorate my village with. Also, oh god, that poor home. Oh, that needs repair. But hey, that's not my problem. I have people to do that for me. But yes, that is gonna be it for today and our look into the Plant-A-Tree update and the Echoes of Nature DLC. I think great addition into the game, fun stuff, and just neat. So yeah, definitely go take a look at it for yourself. I'll put links, of course, as usual in the video. But that's going to be it for this one-off look here. Hopefully you have enjoyed and you come back for, well, whatever we do next. Until then, thank you for watching as always. We'll have a good one.